John here with the Appalachian Channel, and boy do we have an exciting video today. Get you a cup of coffee and sit back, because we're going to go on a 2-night, 3-day adventure, and we're going to show you behind the scenes of what it takes to make a video off grid, because we're going to be bringing along the heartbeat of the Appalachian Channel when we're off grid. It's the Jackery 5000 Plus. Without that, we couldn't do anything. A lot of people say, John, why do you take so much stuff camping with you? It's because we're a YouTube channel and we have to have LED lights at night. We have to have our Starlink. We have to have everything charged. You don't ever see all the microphones and iPhones and GoPros and things like that we charge, but you will in this trip, and we're going to take you behind the scenes and show you what it takes to make a video. And the heartbeat of our operation is the Jackery 5000 Plus, and we're going to go get it right now and get it loaded up. Right here it is, guys, the Jackery 5000 Plus. Let's go look at it. All right, guys, check it out right here. This is our Jackery smart switch for transferring over to our security system and our refrigerator from the Jackery when the power goes down. If we go off grid here, if the power goes off, it just kicked in, and now we still have power on the refrigerator. All right, so let's check and see if the refrigerator's on like it's supposed to be. And right here is our security system and Wi-Fi. You see it's on, but all the other things are off. The power's completely down, and let's go check and see if the refrigerator's working. All right, guys, yep, the refrigerator stayed on just like it's supposed to. Still even got the internet running. That's one of the things that keeps on for us, so we can still get on here and look at the Explorer 5000 Plus. This is our website. You'll find a link in the description below, but let's go look at it and see how long it's going to run this refrigerator before the battery goes down. All right, guys, on the panel here it tells me that we've got we're pulling 31 watts. The compressor is not running right now. So this is going to vary a little bit depending on the compressor when it kicks in. 35 watts, and that includes my security Wi-Fi system. So we can go 28 hours on this, as long as the battery stays at this situation where the compressor is not kicking in. But when the compressor kicks in, it'll drop down and saying we got about 19 or 20 hours. So that's going to vary, and I'm going to think we're going to get probably about 22 hours somewhere on estimate. All right, so I'm going to turn the power off on it, and what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how portable and handy this is. We just had the smart switch go off, and now it went dead. There's no power in the house. I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. Well, actually, I can just unplug it from down here. And also, I didn't mention, and we'll talk more about the tech at the end of the video, we can run 240 on here and also run a 30-amp RV. And I've done that before, run my RV on there. So it comes with heavy-duty casters, and it comes with a pop-up handle to make it easy for rolling. All right, I just flipped the power back on, and we are heading to the trailer. All right, guys, I'm gonna turn it around to pull it over this little door seal, and we're about ready to load. All right, guys, gonna get the trailer door down here. All right, guys, I'm going to strap it down so it don't roll around in here, but it does have locking wheels that you can lock right here. Let me roll them out here and you can see them. You've got locking wheels. I just use my foot to lock them, and that's going to make it solid, but probably wouldn't move, but you don't want to use a bungee cord on it because this thing weighs 135 pounds, so you need to be serious about strapping it down because you don't want it to get loose on you. So I do have this tension strap here. It's not a ratchet strap, but we're going to put it right here and get her hooked up and ready to go today. It's going to be a wonderful day, beautiful weather today. It's going to be a beautiful trip, and I'm excited about getting back out to the lake. All right, guys, I've got it situated. I'm going to tie up the rest of this excess cord here. All right, guys, let's just go over a few things that we already have in here. We've got a radio, a Coleman battery light, Gerber cutting board and set that's really cool. This is a 1-burner set that runs on butane. Runs on butane like this. We'll be using that. And then we have the Blackstone that runs on propane like this. We have an extra little battery back up here. Here's our saws and axes and so forth, and then here is my griddle. I love my griddle. I use that and a lot. And now we're going to pack the rest of the stuff in. You can watch. It takes like 4 seconds. Solar panels for the Jackery. All right, I got the little buddy heater. It is going to be cold, get down into 30s at night. So we're going to put this on here. This for storage up here. I'm not camping in this time, but I did use a smaller buddy heater last time in here. But now I just put it up here to get it off the floor so I can get more stuff in here. So there we go, got the heater loaded. All right, here are 2 cots for me and Dustin. We don't sleep on the ground. I know a lot of people probably make fun of us because we sleep on a cot, but it's cold. Come warm weather, we'll sleep on the ground more. But put the cots in, and I take 2 tables, one for cooking and one for electronics and editing. We have an editing suite in our tent, so we have to have computers and different things like that so that we can edit while we are camping. And a lot of people says, why do you take all that stuff camping? Well, that's what we do for a living. That's what we do. We have to have this stuff. We're not just going out to just enjoy doing nothing like a lot of people will do on a camping trip. We're actually working. So it's a working pleasure trip, you could say. So we have to have the stuff we need. All right, I do take firewood with us because there's no firewood there. I know a lot of people would say, cut down a tree. Well, you're not allowed to do that. We're on public TVA land, we're camping, and you can't go cutting down trees. Some people say cut down dead trees. I'm not cutting no trees on TVA property. If we found some limbs down, we could cut them up and burn them, but there's none down. Everybody's done burn all that. So we pack along 3 totes of firewood like this right here, split, ready to go. And then we can actually have a fire and not be trying to find firewood or wet wood. So there's 1 tub. Oh, this one's a heavy one. Oh. 2nd tub. And we're about packed, guys. We got a little bit of kitchen stuff to come in here, but and the tent, and we're going to throw the tent in next. But I love using this trailer. A lot of people convert them into a permanent situation where it's just for camping only. They build shelves and beds and all that. But if you watch my other videos where I turned this into a camper and stayed in it for 2 nights, you'll see you can live in a 5x8 trailer, and I used a Jackery when I did that too. I had to have that for my power source. So, well, get the tent in and we're about done. Mattresses and sleeping bags for the cots. Done. All right, guys, we made it to the campsite, and we have the Jackery 5000 Plus over here running the lights you see behind us, and it's running Starlink. It's time for dinner. We're going to eat a little bit of dinner, and then we got to do a little bit of editing tonight. We got to charge some computers, some phones, some microphones. We always got something to charge, but we got some of our camping gear here. This is another one of our After Dark in Appalachia special series where we're being here to review the Jackery 5000 Plus, which we've had it for a year already anyway, so we've got a lot of experience with it. And we'd like to thank Jackery for coming back to us to do another review video. So we're going to make some fajitas real quick meal tonight. Fajitas on some I'm going to put down a little bit of Pam here, and I'm going to turn these down on low. All right, I'm heating up the tortillas here, and we didn't bring a whole lot of vegetables or stuff really, I don't think, to put in it tonight, but you like vegetables in yours? You want some? Yeah.
Oh, it don't matter to me.
All right, guys, we're getting some chicken fajitas made up here. Looking pretty good, using the Blackstone, and getting a little bit of dinner done here. All right, I realized I did have some sweet peppers here, so we'll cut them up, grill them, and put them in there. All right, I got the peppers cooked and got some mixed in there. We'll put a little bit of Mexican cheese on here. Fajitas is not my strong suit, so I don't know much about cooking them, but we gave it a try. So what we're going to do is put a little bit more Pam down there for that when I've done cooked it a little bit, and we're going to put the rest of the chicken on this one. That's the plan, to put the rest of the chicken on there tonight. It might take a little while, looks like here, but I'm going to get it. Got one right there and one right here. I'm thinking I might have too much meat in them. It might be a little hard to wrap. What do you think, Dustin?
I'd take them, fill them full of cheese, and just lay another tortilla over the top of them.
Another tortilla?
I make them like a quesadilla.
A quesadilla?
Make them flat.
Okay. Well, these are just not going to be done. Let's steam them for a minute. Let's put the lid over it and see if we can melt them. All right, looks like we got them done, I hope. I've got some beans over here. Well, no, I got some corn over here, but I guess this is going to be a little bit different style of eating it. I got some, put a little bit of corn on top of that right there. You just eat it on top of it. because my plate's not big enough apparently. Turn that one off. One more here. And what I'm doing is just putting some of this corn on top of it like that. There we go, we're ready to eat. All right guys, we have just completed our first day here. As you can see, we're still at 93%. We've been running the big LED. How many watts? About 300 watt?
350.
350 watt LED. We've been running the camp lights and the Starlink. And we'll start charging batteries and stuff tonight. We cooked dinner, had some, my first time I've ever cooked fajitas camping. Probably the first time I've ever cooked fajitas actually, so I'm not much of a fajita type person. But Dustin wanted them tonight and he picked them out. So yeah, the Jackery has been doing great. We'll tell you more details about it at the end of the video. Right now we're going to enjoy camping, and we're getting ready to turn the lights down and sit by the fire and enjoy the night.
Sissy. No ma'am. Come back here.
Good morning. It's our second day camping here. We're having a great weekend so far. We've got the Jackery 5000 Plus. Just made me some coffee, and I just don't feel right until I have my morning coffee. We're going to cook some breakfast here in a few minutes, and we're going to set the solar panels up so we can charge this today. We got here late yesterday afternoon, so wasn't much need to put the panels up, but we're going to cook some breakfast and get the solar panels hooked up so they'll be charging the Jackery back today. We're going to have a great day, so make sure to keep watching. All right, we got a little bit of onions going here and some sweet peppers. We're going to put some of this in with some eggs. I like to cook these down first. Cook these onions down because I like them to be well cooked. When I put them in with the eggs, they won't cook all the way. Same way with the sweet peppers, I like for them to be nice and soft. I'll mix them in with some scrambled eggs, kind of make a vegetable omelet. Hopefully we will. It's very, very hard to cook eggs on this griddle. I'm going to move it back off the heat a little bit, but it's coming along. All right, we got breakfast done. While I was cleaning up for breakfast, Dustin got the solar panels out. We're in the woods and we got some trees, and we're going to talk about how the solar panel's working when you're camping, how much wattage you can use. He's going to talk all that tech stuff to you because I don't know much about all that. All I care is it going to charge my laptop? Is it going to run my Starlink so I get internet, because I'm always checking comments here with the YouTube channel. So
it will definitely run it. Altogether, this actually puts out 7,200 watts. It's got a surge of 1,440 just on one unit. So this one solid piece here should run everything you ever need.
Yeah, well, we've used it quite a bit. This is not something new to us, although we've learned some new things about it because it is got a lot of features that we really didn't know about. And just one of the features that we're learning as we're doing a little bit of research today is about the charging of it. And we showed you when we took it out of our utility room, it was hooked to our smart transfer switch, and we also had it plugged into the wall. So after a little research, we figured out that's not necessary, and Dustin will tell you about that.
What it actually does is it uses the smart transfer switch to power and charge the Jackery through it. It's got multiple ways actually to charge this Jackery. Like you said, you've got the 110 input that we thought we had been charging with, but we've got the 110, we've got a high voltage PV input, There's a hybrid input that I'm still trying to learn about, and then there's a low voltage PV that we have hooked up right now to the Solar Saga 500s. The set that we've got now,
that's solar panels. For those of you who don't know what a Solar Saga 500 is,
those are the panels that come with this unit. It comes with two. They're both 500 watts a piece, equivalent to 1,000 watts.
Yeah, but there's more than 2 solar panels out there.
There are. Each panel is 85 watts.
But it comes with all of those panels?
It comes with all of them.
Oh, okay.
There's, I think, 6% total 12 panels, 85 watts on each panel, and it totals 1,000 watts from it. Now,
that's right, it comes in 2 different bags, 2 different sets.
Yes.
It also comes with the stakes to stake it down to the ground for windstorms. We did not bring those.
They also have hinges. It's a foldable set so that you can actually fold and unfold and set out. They look triangular when they're sitting. So
and you can just lay them on the ground.
You can't just lay them on the ground
like we do. That's fast and easy.
That's fast and easy.
We're talking about the solar panels, and the thing that we learned was that we don't have to plug this up into the 110 when we got it to our smart transfer switch. It will charge it directly from that, and that was a little bit confusing, and a little bit of research this morning we found that out, and we'll try that out when we get back with it.
Now, since we're on the subject of the smart transfer switch and on the home use of it, now I'm not talking about the shipping company UPS when I say this, but these have a UPS. It's a uninterrupted power supply. For emergencies, and that's your transfer rate. It's 20 milliseconds on this unit, so it's got a relatively fast transfer rate so that you have an uninterrupted service on, critical equipment, refrigerator, computers, anything backup that you're running.
So if we got Starlink hooked to this, and it's being charged from the house, if the power goes off on the main power grid, this shouldn't go down then. It should just immediately pick up. Okay. And we've had that happen. Like I was telling you earlier in the video, we've had this going on almost a year now, and the powers went off, and it's kept our internet and security system running and the refrigerator running. And it would kept a lot more running, except when we did the smart switch transfer, we were in a rush with trying to get as many plug-ins or breakers into it as we could before the final walls went in, and we just didn't get as many in as we wanted at the time. But we can come back and add some more things to the backup. But right now we're good. As long as my internet don't go down, as long as the security system don't go down, and the refrigerator don't go down, and that's all on that smart transfer switch.
Now, something else with the smart transfer switch and this unit, you can actually double these. Put 2 units side by side and plug them both into the transfer switch. That gives 1,440 watts total of AC and DC output on this unit. It's also expandable. Each unit is 5 kilowatt each in battery capacity. It's expandable up to 60 kilowatt hours with their expansion batteries that stack to it. They all connect through the DC expansion port on the sides. So each unit carries 30 kilowatts and total expands it up to 60 kilowatts.
So you can start with this unit here like we do, and you can add extra battery packs to it over time if you want to. And that way, if you go down off grid, the main power goes down, you can stay powered up with the Jackery for longer periods of time, depending on what you're using. We use it a lot, all the time. We're always on the go traveling, and like I said, if y'all have watched the video I did on the DIY cargo trailer, where I camped in the cargo trailer, I took the Jackery with me, and it ran everything then and on other camping trips. I think every camping trip we've been on, this has been with us. So we've used it to run. We have the huge LED light that you'll see tonight that we use for filming, so we can light up the whole campsite, and that draws about 150 watts minimum on that light. These
things, they are kind of a big investment. The price kind of varies depending on what Jackery cells are, but they do have a 10-year life on these, that they only have a depletion of 30% battery. They use a lithium battery, so you only lose 70% capacity over 10 years. It features a zero drain technology to prevent the battery from being damaged and extending the length of it. Okay.
Yeah, that's all stuff I don't know nothing about.
You can also remotely monitor this unit with the Jackery app.
Oh yeah, now I have used that. I don't have it hooked up onto the Starlink right here, but we'll try to drop some of that footage in of the Jackery app, because you connect it to your home Wi-Fi. I guess that's how it works. This is connected to the home Wi-Fi when we're there, and then that way I can always look at it and see what's going on, how much power's got left, or if the power's went down. It gives you a lot of different readings. And now, can you also turn things on and off on that app with Jackery?
Yeah, on Jackery's app, you can also remotely control, turn on, off AC inputs and outputs.
So like if you were gone and you're in another location somewhere else and you wanted to turn on a light or something in your house, you could go on the app and hit on, and it would turn the
it would just turn the AC, the whole AC system on.
Yeah, so then everything in your house could all light up. You can light up a whole bunch of lights
at one time.
Somebody would think you could be gone. Hey, that's a good security ideal.
That is.
Maybe Jackery hadn't thought about that.
They may not have.
Maybe they will now.
One feature I do like with it though is if your power goes down while you're gone, you can check from the app and it will notify that you are off grid power and on backup.
Oh, it notifies you when you're gone that you lost power at home.
Yeah.
Oh,
so when you're on the go, if your stuff goes down, it alerts you and lets you know.
And then you can keep an eye on how much
right
wattage and power that you're using and how long it'd probably go.
Yep.
All right, so I'm just checking my app. You can turn things on and off, like we was just saying. I've never done that. That's something new we learned today. That's really cool. I'm going to use that for different features, like for lighting on my plants that we're growing for the Yard to Table series. Also, you can turn on USB and DC on and off, and I can see right here I'm inputting about 370 watts from the solar panels, which they could put out 1,000 watts.
In optimal conditions, they say that each set produces 500 watts for a total of 1,000 watts connected. This unit can actually take in 1,200 watts solar. It's got 2 low voltage PV inputs on it.
Well, that's interesting. So it's cool to find out that we can run different things. Right now we're running an LED light that is pulling about 150 watts. We're using that to kind of help light us right now because we got a backlight behind us, and that puts a little light on our face. And the cool thing is I can turn that on and off. See if I'm going to turn it off. Could you tell the difference just then?
I don't know.
Can you all watching?
Can y'all? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dustin is going to tell us just a little bit more about the solar charging on it, and then we're going to show you the power of Jackery at night on the next clip coming up. But how many watts can we charge at one time? And you got a high input charge and a low input, so let's talk about that. That's a little bit confusing to me.
So with this, you've got several charge methods. With the solar input, you've got a low voltage PV input that will do up to 60 volts DC, and you can do as much as 1,200 watts between both connections. You've got an AC input that allows you to connect up to 1,800 watts of charging, or through the smart transfer switch, it'll actually allow for 4,000 watts of charging for this unit.
Through the solar?
The solar does up to 1,200.
1,200 watts, okay.
Up to 1,200, yeah.
All right, so that's interesting. So we're using the solar this time to just get an idea of what we're doing. I've got it right here on my phone. I can look at my phone and see that we are using less than we are putting in. Once we turn the LED light off, then we'll go back to just the Starlink, which draws about 25 watts on average. So yeah, things are going good for us here so far with it, and we'll go over some more details, but we're going to wait for it gets dark, and we're going to show you something cool when the lights come on after dark in Appalachia. All right, guys, we're wandering around in the woods a little bit tonight looking for Bigfoot. And
he got us lost. No Bigfoot, he got us lost.
Okay, anyways, we can't quite find camp, but luckily I just realized we got our Jackery amp right here. See that? All right. So what we're gonna do is
How is this going to help us?
we're gonna turn the power on at camp and we'll see it. The power of Jackery.
Did you really? Oh no.
All right, guys, here we go. I'm gonna hit the power on for our AC. See what happens.
Okay. We weren't too far off.
There it is. Let's go. All right, guys, we are cooking dinner tonight. This is our last night here. This is our second night doing the Jackery 5000 Plus review. So we're cooking some hamburgers tonight. We got some onions and sweet peppers on there. And while I'm cooking and getting dinner ready, Dustin's going to take you inside and show you the tent and our setup and how we're using the 5000 Plus in there.
All right, guys, so as you can see, the first thing you can tell when we come in is the massive light. That is all running right here from the Jackery. Right now I'm charging the laptop while we're out and about like this. I like to be able to edit. This is the security system. This allows us to monitor what's going on around the campsite, watch for wildlife, or if just in case somebody comes walking up on us. We're able to, you see the coffee pot there, we run it with it as well. And then we're always out, so we've got GoPros, thermals, microphones, gimbals, things that we always need to run. Now that I've showed you kind of what we've got in here and what we do and charge with, let's go down here and look at the Jackery real quick. See where we're at. Today we charged a little bit. We're back at 58%, but we've been using the light. The big light takes a lot of power. It's about 150 watts of what we're using right now, but even at that, we can still run for about 9.3 hours, and it's a pretty massive light. All right, guys, now that I've showed you a little bit of what we've got going on in here and what we use the Jackery for, let's go back outside and check on and see what Dad's doing. So what you got going on out here?
Well, I just found some mushrooms I didn't know I had. I thought they were green beans, but so yeah, we're gonna have mushroom Swiss burgers again tonight. So yeah, coming along good. All right, guys, there we go. We'll put a little mayonnaise on there and eat that and call it a night. We'll see you in the morning on our third day, the last day of the Jackery review. We'll give you our conclusion in the morning. Good night. Good morning. Welcome to the third day of our Jackery 5000 Plus product review. We brought it off grid for a real life test, and we are going to be heading home today. We have ran everything here on it all night long, whether we needed or not. We wanted to try to drain the battery on it, see how we could do it. So we left the string lights on last night. We left the television on last night. We left the security system on. And we have not turned off Starlink once since we've been here.
It's been on the whole time.
We did charge yesterday on the solar panels for what, about 4 to 5 hours possibly.
Yeah.
And we got some, recovered some of that back. We got back up to about 71% yesterday, but last night we ran the big LED light all night pretty much, and that draws 150 watts an hour.
It does.
So we still have 17% left, and so we're still discovering things on it. I love the app. I'm going to show you right here. We've got a fan hooked to it, and it's gave me the idea of when I'm away from home, if I need to turn things on, like a timer, or turn on lights or turn lights off on my plants that I'm seeding at the house. Look right here, guys. You've got a button right there that says AC, DC, and it also has a USB on and off. So watch this. I'm going to hit AC on, and here we go. All right, I know you're not supposed to have a fan when you're camping, but when you got a Jackery 5000 plus, you can run a fan like that and stay cool in the summer when it gets hot. Yeah, it got a little warm. It got up to over 80 degrees, I think, yesterday. And so we put the fan in there and it cooled it right down. I don't think we actually filmed using it in there yesterday, but we used it. So we're gonna look and see here. Let me unplug. I'm gonna power off the just the AC power. We'll turn that off right there. That's cut that off. And right now, Angel's drinking the water off the solar panels. Although she's got Angel's making good use of the solar panels this morning. She get her some rainwater. She's got water inside. Aquafina actually, but she's cleaning up the solar panels for us. Hey, you're blocking the sun. She don't really care, I don't think.
She said she was trying to clean the panels off so that she could make sure they were more efficient.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, thank you there, Angel, for the cleanup on the panels. You can get off of them. Oh, by the way, they are very durable. Your dog can walk on them, and it generally don't hurt them. We have this set here. We've used several times, and they've held up very well. They're very durable. Well, I don't know if anything else that we can talk about today necessarily on this. We're only getting about a 59 watt input, but output, we're not really even putting anything out right now. Let me turn on the USB. That'll kick back on the Starlink. We'll continue to use Starlink today while we're here. If you'd like more information about the Jackery 5000 Plus or any of the other Jackery products, there'll be a product link in the description below. And also, there should be a discount code in there. If you use that code, you can get a little bit off on there. And I think we might get a little bit of affiliate commission on that also. So we appreciate you watching the Jackery review this weekend with us. We had a good time. We got a little cold last night, but I ended up putting my jacket on and getting back in the sleeping bag, and it went good. We're gonna get working on packing up a little bit today and then get back to the house. Guys, God bless you all. We'll see you on the next review. Bye-bye. All right, we're back. We didn't close. We're still packing up today. We found this floor is just a little bit damp and don't like putting this up damp. So we decided we're going to use the Jackery 5000 Plus to run our fan, and I'm going to turn it on with the app. So even if I wasn't here, I could turn that on. It has to go over the World Wide Web and it comes back, and here we go. There's a lot of work in packing up and cleaning things back up right to make sure your stuff don't mold.